A big what's up to everybody. Welcome back to the channel. This is going to be my prediction video for the 76ers, playoff seed wise and record wise. I wanted to make this video at the end of our preseason games just so I could have an idea of what to look for, and just to get a overall feeling of where this team is going to be. I saw that a lot of YouTubers made their prediction videos a few weeks ago. I didn't think that was necessarily the right thing to do, especially since we have a new team and haven't seen everything that was going on throughout the whole league. The East has gotten better overall, so I just wanted to wait and watch a few basketball games this season to get out my predictions. So here we go. Obviously, this year is not normal with everything going on with the virus. Let's say something happens during the middle of the year and everything has to shut down. A lot of teams are going to be in trouble. So I'm saying all of this just to give you a understanding that this year will be something that we have never seen before. And I don't think it should be judged as if it was a regular season, just like the bubble year last year. I think that's going to go down in history as its own unique time frame, which I'm fine with. The 76ers and just the NBA season as a whole is going to be unpredictable. More so our team, because you already know, with all of the turnover, with Doc coming into this situation, how can you really tell what is going to happen? And just a whole new overall team, a whole new overall system, coaching staff, front office, players. You know, the first thing I will start off is with what I saw during the preseason. Everything looked pretty good to me. I wasn't necessarily concerned on whether we actually won or lost those games. I just wanted to see how the team looked cohesively with all of the new surrounding pieces, and everything honestly looked fine. What I liked in general, we have hella depth, so maybe this time during the games, during the seasons, we won't be down so much because we have a second unit that can actually score on opponents. That would be Shea Milton, who was balling out like the last two games. Like, he is going to be a very big piece. Even Furkan, even though I still find him somewhat suspect on the defensive end and in big moments. Tyrese Maxey looking like he could be a stud in this league, driving to the hoop, contorting his body to get points. Mike Scott, who played relatively well. He's very streaky, but whatever. Speaking of the reserves, Dwight Howard has played amazingly. A competent big man that will back up Embiid, probably the best big man we could have gotten. I am still in awe at the offensive putbacks, the offensive rebounds, and just boards in general. That man is swole, and it's going to be beautiful seeing him protect our basket. Danny Green doing his job on the defensive end. Steph Curry drawed a little bit. He hasn't been that much of a force on the offense, but I still think that is just due to the team still working out the kinks of the offense. Ben Simmons being more aggressive, driving to the hoop. I'm not sure if that's because Joel didn't play the second game, but that's a good sign. He also shot a three, attempted a three, and was motioning to shoot two more, and a defender actually bit on that pump. Amazing. Tobias still playing sporadically. He has a good game. The first game he has a subpar game. The second game, I'm really hoping he figures the game that is best suited for him. And Joel is Joel. Not really much to say about him, though he did look a little bit quicker. Take that with what you will. He was sick last game, so hopefully this isn't a reoccurring thing. But like I said, the depth looks good, and that's all I could really ask for, to be honest. So my record prediction for the 76ers in the 2021 season will be around 40 to 45 wins. That would be on par with 50 wins if this was a regular year. The season is only going to last for 72 games, so I'm going to give them around 42, 43. Why? Just because there's been a lot of upgrades all around the organization as a whole. Last year, even with all our dysfunction, we were still 2 games out of 4th place. And even with, once again, all our dysfunction with the offense and even with our coaching and front office, we still had the best home record in the actual league. So that should say something about having a core of Joel, Embiid, and Ben Simmons. Add the shooting, and obviously should do better. That just goes off of history. So my seed prediction, I have the Sixers as a 3 seed when it's all said and done. With that being said, I can see the Sixers falling anywhere from a 2 seed as their ceiling to a 5 floor. It really just depends on how quickly the offense gels. I would believe that the starting offense would gel quickly. They need to see more action, of course, but these 2 preseason games, our shots just weren't falling. And you figure that's not realistically going to happen the rest of the season. So we should be fine in that department. We just got to do it quickly. I'm looking at you, Seth and Toby. Let's talk about the Eastern Conference as a whole. The whole top 10 teams that I see within the conference this year are the Bucks, the Sixers, the Nets, Boston, Toronto, Indiana, Washington Magic, Hawks, and the Miami Heat. Going down where I think the Eastern Conference is going to line up come playoff time, I have the Bucks as first, just because Giannis is a whole beast. Coach Bud and them are built for regular season play. We're going to see if they can actually win the championship this year, or at least go far. But I still got the Bucks as number 1 this season. I do think that the Bogdan trade or lack thereof is going to mess them up in the future, but for now we got them there. Then I have the New York Nets, the Brooklyn Nets rather, with KD and Kyrie. They are a wild card in my opinion. As much as they can be good, they can also be bad, but I'm gonna put them as the whole top 2 just because, you know, it's KD and Kyrie. We're gonna have to see how healthy they are going to be moving forward. But gonna have the Sixers. Next is Boston, then Miami. Honestly, I kind of feel like those 2 could be interchangeable. With Kemba Walker out for the foreseeable future, Boston has depth issues. So for the first month and a half of the season, I'm not sure if they're going to be able to keep up with the rest of the East and give them a top 3 seed. We'll see though. On to the Miami Heat and our good pal Jimmy Butler. I kind of feel like the bubble made them overrated in a sense. Like, not calling them trash, because Miami Heat, like they clearly are a squad, but looking at the context of those games during the summer, they definitely overachieved in the bubble. That eat, sleep, blood, tears, sweat, AAU style environment where you're going into a game every single day fit the Miami Heat culture, as well as their leader Jimmy Butler, so people just fell in line and followed him because that's all they could do. Also, I feel like the Jay Crowder non-signing is going to hurt them down the whole line. Like I said, with the Celtics, we shall see. You got Bulls talking about Tyler Hero as if he's an all-star right now. Like, y'all be drawing, dog. So next, Toronto Raptors, Pacers, who will always be there. I will say though that the Toronto Raptors did lose some key pieces with Serge Ibaka and Marc Gasol, both who were their, like, you know, hearts of those teams. So take that for what you will. Wizards, Hawks, and Orlando will probably fight for those last 2 spots within the play-in games. I feel like Bulls is really disrespecting Washington as if they don't have Russell Westbrook. Like, I'm not even going to try to get into that because this isn't a Wizards channel, but the Wizards are going to be a playoff lock, like, hands down. The Hawks, I'm kind of a hater, just like a lot of Bulls have been telling me that the Hawks are going to be better than the Sixers this year. So I kind of want them to fail just because, like, bro, other than that asinine prediction, the Hawks have no defense, but they did get better. And it looks like Orlando is going to fall off a little bit. So yeah, not really a lot to be said. This season is going to be unpredictable. The East is up for grabs. I'm predicting that the 1 through 5 seed will only be separated by a few games. But if I had to choose or assume based off what I saw during this preseason as a totality, I have the Sixers as a 3rd seed. Their range is 2 max, 5th seed floor. I'm going to have them around 42 wins. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. What do you think our seed will be when it is all said and done? What did you like about the preseason? I loved what I saw from our bench. Our depth and those rotations are going to help us going forward. Thank you for pulling up and listening to a brother think. As always, them Bulls are mad because the process worked. My name is Cain, and I will see you next time. Peace.